Good morning. Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Kristen Tobin. I'm the Associate Dean of Student Affairs here at NECO, and I want to welcome you today to NECO's White Coat Ceremony on behalf of our Board of Trustees, our staff, our faculty, and our students. We're so happy that you're here. I also want to thank those of you joining us via live stream, so hello to everyone. Just a couple notes before we get started this morning. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones and refrain from using any party favors, including noisemakers or confetti, during the ceremony. Thank you for laughing. I always feel funny saying that, no one laughs. So thank you. This is officially my favorite white coat ceremony. You are encouraged to take photos and videos, but please stay in your seats to do so. A recording of today's ceremony will be shared afterwards, so you'll have that. And we also have professional photography as your students are getting their coats and joining us on stage today, so those will be available after the ceremony. Thank you so much.
Get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. I don't care, don't wanna tear me apart. I don't care if you do. In a sky full of stars, I think I see get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. I don't care, don't wanna tear me apart. I don't care if you do. In a sky full of stars, I think I see you.
guys can be seated. Do you guys want to hear the music again? We really nailed that. Good morning again. Good morning to our students. Welcome to NECO's White Coat Ceremony. Today we are recognizing the four-year class of 2029, the Accelerated OD Program class of 2029, and the Advanced Standing International Program class of 2028. I would like to thank all of you for being here today and offer a special thank you to our staff, faculty, and member of our Board of Trustees that are joining us as well. I would now like to invite Simone Jadzik, Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging, to the podium to give our land acknowledgement.
Good morning. Before we begin, let us acknowledge that NECO was founded on the traditional lands of the Pawtucket, Mashpee Wampanoag, Aquinnah Wampanoag, Nipmuc, and Massachusetts peoples, who have lived on and stewarded this land for generations, and whose descendants continue to live here today. As we gather and celebrate today, we honor the deep and enduring relationship the Indigenous peoples have with this land, past, present, and future, and we commit to respecting their ongoing contributions and presence. Thank you for joining us in this moment, and congratulations, students.
Thank you, Simone. To our students, congratulations. You worked hard to get to this moment. In your admissions essays, you shared what drew you to optometry, your personal goals, and your hopes to find a place where you could build not just a career, but a community. Then you actually got here, and those hopes met the demanding pace of optometry school. Let's be honest, these last few weeks, these last few months, this year, asked a lot of you. It meant navigating a new city, surviving exam weeks, pushing through the pressures of proficiencies, all while balancing life outside of school. For many of you, it meant walking into my office carrying some version of the same underlying doubt. Do I really belong here? Yet, through all of that, you did the hard, quiet work of finding yourselves. You discovered your own resilience when things got hard. You learned you didn't have to carry the weight alone, and built a community that truly showed up for one another. Getting your white coat isn't the finish line. There's still plenty of road ahead. But today is a pause. It's a moment to take a deep breath in the middle of your journey, look back at how much you've grown, and realize you do belong here. I know I talk a lot about my own kids, and the mom and me can't help but end with the classic Dr. Seuss quote. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Take a second today to be really present in this moment. You've earned this pause. You've earned this coat. And now, to kick off today's ceremony, it's my honor to introduce our President and CEO, Dr. Howard Purcell.
Thank you, Kristen. Good morning and welcome. I'll pause before I make my more formal comments just to say, sitting here, seeing all of you, supporting our students is something pretty special. It makes me remember back when I was a student and my family was sitting in the audience and how special that was. I hope you feel incredibly proud, you should be, of the accomplishments that our students have made, and their efforts are only beginning, but the incredible year they've had this year and ready to put these white coats on and really truly take the responsibility of caring for others. You should be incredibly proud of them. Congratulations to all of you. Today represents a very special milestone in your career, the next phase of your journey from classroom to patient care. I want to acknowledge everyone who's with us, family, friends, and supporters. Your role in these students' journey is critical. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do behind the scenes and in front of the scenes to support our students. Today, students, you will receive not only your white coat, but also your clinical privileging letter. Together, they now allow you to live the college's mission, changing the way people see the world. That privilege brings immediate opportunity for a rich, diverse clinical experience. Serving and learning in our community health centers, our VA clinics, and NECO-owned clinics. It also carries responsibility. Remember that over 2.5 billion people worldwide have no means or access to our care. Giving back matters. Never take the white coat for granted. Wear it with curiosity. Ask questions. You'll make mistakes. Learn from every patient and every error until one day your decisions will all be the right ones. Treat your patients like family. You'll never go wrong. Many of us remember our first patient. For me, that was an encounter that taught me truly the importance of clear communication. In a world today of bots and avatars and all the wonderful access this creates for us, in the end, it comes down to communication, to caring, to empathy, to observation skills, things that today are very, very human. And I hope those are things you think about. Be an excellent communicator. It will serve you and your patients well. A few more points to keep in mind. Your commitment to patient care and compassion. Your role goes beyond diagnosis and treatment. Listen to patients' concerns, offer reassurance, and provide care with sensitivity. Compassion profoundly affects a patient's well-being. Embrace lifelong learning. Clinical practice evolves, so must you. Uphold ethical responsibility and integrity. Trust and respect improves outcomes. Value collaboration and teamwork. Work closely with other healthcare professionals. Build strong relationships and appreciate the interdisciplinary nature of care. Prioritize personal well-being and balance. Optometry can be demanding. Protect your own health and happiness and seek support when needed. Develop strategies to manage your stress. Your ability to care for others depends on caring for yourself. Strive to make a difference. Strive to give back. Strive always to care. Patients can tell. Ask yourself, what kind of doctor will you be? For those of you I had the honor and privilege of interviewing during the interview process, we talked about the type of doctor you want to be. And now that time has come. The influences that you've had from our incredible faculty and all of those who have influenced you along the way, the best doctors you ever had. Remember those experiences. Perhaps the not so great experiences that you've had. Remember those experiences. Those will shape you into the doctors that you will be. And we can't wait to see the contributions that you're going to make. As past commissioner of the Mass Commission for the Blind, Janet Lebrecq has noted, the pathway to prosperity is experience. Now is your time to make your mark. Congratulations. We're here to support you every step of the way. Thank you. Our next two speakers were both instrumental parts of her first year at NECO and were chosen by the students, by you, to present your white coats today. I'd like to introduce Dr. Jennifer Riley, Associate Professor of Optometry, followed by Dr. George Asimilis, Professor of Vision Science.
All right, good morning. Thank you, Dr. Purcell. So my name is Jen Riley. I'm an associate professor of optometry at NECO, and I have the privilege of teaching the foundational principles of optometry at NECO. And through the first year into the second year, in this role, I get to spend a lot of time with the students, and I get to know you both personally and your personality as a group. Your class in particular has been conscientious, kind, and adaptable. Each of these characteristics will serve you well in clinic. I have watched each of you come so far since last year, when in the early weeks we learned about infection control, measuring visual acuity, and performing cover test. Take a moment to think back on how much you have learned and how far you have come in just 1 year. There certainly have been challenges over the past year, both academically and personally, and patient care will bring a new set of challenges. Remember, though, as the saying goes, that smooth seas never made skilled sailors, for comfort is the enemy of competence. It is good to be challenged, for that is how true mastery is developed. But more importantly, clinic will bring a lot of great moments as well. You will help determine a glasses prescription that allows a child to see well in school for the first time. Watching a child light up when they get their first pair of glasses never gets old, I promise. You will assist in treating amblyopia and improving sight. You will give someone their first pair of contact lenses and their first reading ad. You will help to preserve vision by detecting conditions such as glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, and macular degeneration. It is safe to say that you will make a difference in the patients' lives that you see, and it's wonderful to be a part of a profession that does that for so many people each and every day. Remember why you came to optometry school in the first place, and lean on those fulfilling moments whenever challenges come along, as they will. My hope now that I see you off from your first full year of training is that you trust your knowledge and skills that you have learned, and that you never forget your why. I know you are prepared to enter the next level of patient care. I have been watching you all year. Good luck, you are ready, and I will always be here cheering for you. Thank you and congrats.
Good morning. Dear colleagues, dear parents, dear students, and friends of the New England College of Optometry. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate the class 2029 at your white coat ceremony. But I'm not an OD. One might wonder, how did I get here? Am I just an optics PhD, right? So let me start counting the reasons why I'm here, at least 3. First, because of someone's vision many, many years ago. His name, you guessed it, Charles Prentice. Without him, we wouldn't be here. I call him the founding father of optometry. I wouldn't be here without his efforts to make optometry a recognized profession and to secure your right to be called doctors. Many of y'all are here today probably wouldn't be here either. And don't take this privilege as inevitable or as something granted forever. The scope of practice in optometry in the rest of the world, including my home country, Greece, is nowhere near what it is in the US and Canada. Speaking of optics, I took a look at the curriculum of a school once known as the Klein School of Optics. I hope you know which one I mean, right? Back then, 1894, the one-year curriculum covered optics, anatomy, pathology, mathematics, physics, dispensing, and refraction. I think I could comfortably fit in 5 or maybe 6 out of the 7 courses offered. And just to give you a perspective, the tuition was $75. That's 1890. Okay? So why am I here? Reason number 2. Here because you voted for that. It's your choice. Thank you. Should know better. You endured with me 3 courses over the last year or so, and you're still here with me, okay? That's promising. Thank you again. And we have a little secret, a little pact here, that you will always treasure the foundation of our profession, the way light interacts with our eyes, and how we use the principles of optics to build our understanding and deliver the best clinical solution. You won't forget these optics, right? Never. Well, until you pass boards. Then you can burn your optics notes. That's okay with me. So otherwise, I will unfriend you. So number 3, why am I here? Because once I was in position like yours, I was studying clinical. So I found myself, more than 25 years ago, my first endeavor in a machine called, what an OCT was. Probably 25 years ago, the only thing you could get is an A-scan. An A-scan looks like a New York city line viewed from New Jersey. You see the two Twin Towers back then, and then the other bunch, right? I had no idea what it was. Someone comes to me and says, let me explain you. These two peaks here is the cornea, and there's a void, and there's a bunch of other, that's a retina. Again, it was Latin to me. If it were Greek, it would be fine, but it was Latin, so I couldn't get it. So I say C, cornea comes first, L, and then retina, R comes later. So I figured out my way, so you will find your way to figure it out. So we're ready to offer you the white coat, which is a momentous occasion. You embark in the next chapter of your journey. You earned it. You have the knowledge, the skills, and the passion to make the difference in the lives of others. Remember that the white coat you will receive signifies your commitment to the profession of optometry and the patients you will serve, and the responsibilities that come with it. You are entrusted with the care of people's eyes, and you have a duty to provide them with the highest quality of care. Here's an example. Remember, most recently we talked about safety glasses and breakage and the damage, right? And it came the duty, your duty, to inform. It's not only to care, but also to inform, to know, understand. So we provide you with education of what safety standards mean, and you have the duty to know them and inform your patients. You communicate. You have this. And some parting advice, if you allow me. Don't be afraid ever to make mistakes. Along the way, every chapter of education brings new experiences. Learn from every mistake we make. The educational process starts with making mistakes and acknowledging what the mistakes is. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right? See, it comes back. Good. So a little bit of success. Since we are back to classroom, the students will take notes and then we will examine you, right? So we have the green guy, the red guy, the green guy, and the blue guy. Remember that? So here's what will happen. In your clinical experience, you will be receiving tons of diverging information. You will receive a file, you will receive a complaint, you will see the history, you will see a referral, and all this information is diverging just like a natural source, just like the slides coming out at us. And what is that you're going to do? You have to bring it to a conclusion. You have to bring this to something that focuses, and that will be your mission. And how you're going to do this? With a green guy. Who's the green guy? You. The lens that converges the diverging information that you're going to be receiving, converging it, the blue guy, to a single point by the power of the lens, which is the green guy. So you're going to be using your knowledge every time, your critical thinking, and you will be using your own, I believe, and I hope, your own intelligence, not someone else's, not something artificial, right? You're going to build your critical thinking and be excellent clinicians. Wish you the best in your future steps. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you both. Now, to speak on duty of care, please welcome Dr. Timothy Bossi, Senior Director of Own Clinics and Outreach Affiliations, and Dr. Amy Moy, Senior Director of Health Center Initiatives and Optometric Compliance. Together, they lead the clinical network of NECO. Thank you.
Hi, PCT class, long time no see. Thank you, Kristen, and thank you to our students, faculty, staff, and family, and friends for being here today. It is an honor to celebrate with you. This is a very important milestone. To the family and friends here, your loved one is now stepping into a profession where real people's vision and quality of life depend on their decisions. Today, they're committing to a duty of care. We're here to tell you what that means and why we're proud to have them join this responsibility. Dr. Bossi and I are going to walk through 6 elements that will guide you as clinicians and as human beings in a white coat.
So here we go. The first element of the optometrist's duty of care is to keep your patient's vision, eyes, and general health as your #1 priority. It's easy to focus on examining your patient's eyes and then to move on to the next patient. However, part of our responsibility as optometrists is to consider the whole patient and their overall well-being. You are now part of a larger healthcare community dedicated to supporting your patient's health and well-being, both physically and emotionally. As you begin this chapter of your clinical journey, always remember that your patients should remain at the center of everything you do.
All right, the second element is to respect the rights and dignity of your patients and their healthcare decisions. I want to tell you about a patient that I recently saw. She was a 70-something-year-old woman who came in with significant cataracts. Her vision was 20/60 in each eye, and she felt it. I knew that cataract surgery would transform her life. She could drive again, see her grandchildren's faces better, read without straining, improve her night vision. I showed her diagrams, explained the procedure, and yet she said no. My first instinct was frustration. How could she say no to something so good for her? But I asked open-ended questions, and then I listened. I really listened. Her neighbor had cataract surgery and had complications. She was terrified. Her daughter lived across the country. She didn't have support for recovery. I gave her a brochure about cataracts in her native language and said we would check in again at the next visit and see how she was feeling. Here's what I want to share. Respecting her decision wasn't giving up. It was honoring her as a person with fears, values, and life circumstances. I documented my recommendations, we scheduled a follow-up, and 6 months later, she asked me more questions. Not because I forced her, but because I respected her enough to let her decide. And that respect builds trust. Our patients aren't puzzles to solve. They're people who deserve respect and dignity.
The third element is to strive towards improving access to eye care for all. As you transition to clinical environments, you will encounter new challenges that you will need to work through and overcome. These challenges are not always related to the accuracy of your final glasses prescription or how well you perform tonometry. You may also encounter challenges involving social determinants of health. As a student, there were several occasions where I remember playing an important role in developing a transportation plan for an emergency patient who couldn't speak or write in English and needed to get into Boston for their appointment. Experiences like this remind us that caring for patients often extends beyond the examination room. Through self-reflection and clinical experience, you'll become more confident and adept at navigating these situations and overcoming challenges as they arise. And we're always happy to share this. NECO has partnered with community health centers for more than 50 years, and we're really happy to have all of you join in on the impactful legacy that we have in this area with those partnerships.
We are halfway through. You didn't know you had so many more things to care about. So the fourth element is to maintain your practice in accordance with professional healthcare standards. That means keep up with the practice. It's easy in the first years after graduation to feel on top of the world. You've studied so much, no more tests, you're all set, right? Well, I could tell you that after 2 decades, I am still learning. I may not have as many tests, but I still have to learn new things. And healthcare changes. New diseases emerge. Technology transforms. What you studied in the classroom is already evolving. And if you ever think you know everything, that's when you become less effective as a doctor. Your duty includes staying current, attending continuing education, reading, listening to cutting-edge lectures, asking colleagues questions, admitting what you don't know. And that humility, that commitment to excellence protects your patients and protects you.
The fifth element is to promote ethical and cordial relationships with all members of the healthcare community. Healthcare is not a solitary endeavor. Excellence in patient care requires communication, teamwork, and mutual respect across professions. Imagine a 45-year-old patient in your chair with new onset headaches that have been diagnosed as migraines by their primary care physician. You examine the patient and decide to perform a visual field that reveals testing patterns consistent with a neurological condition. You communicate these findings to the patient's primary care doctor, leading to further evaluation and testing. This demonstrates the important role that optometry has in interdisciplinary healthcare teams, and most importantly, helps to ensure that your patient receives appropriate and timely care. Your upcoming clinical rotations will expose you to the benefits of interprofessional collaboration, and that's especially true in the health centers that we partner with. And it's really important that you're having a role in this because it has a positive impact on patient care outcomes. We encourage you to ask questions and seek the perspective of others, as this will further your knowledge base and strengthen your clinical decision-making skills. Last one.
Just one more element. Uphold the dignity, honor, and integrity of the optometric profession. When you walk into a clinic in a few weeks or 5 years from now, you represent optometry. You represent NECO. Someone will ask you about your school or your profession, and your answer won't be words, it will be how you treat people, how you stay ethical when no one's watching, how you admit mistakes, and how you stand up for what's right. As you enter your PC2 course, you will encounter students from other health professions and represent optometry there, speaking up in Zoom rooms to remind people that eye care is health care. From today forward, you have a duty to your patients, you have a duty to yourself, and you have a duty to the profession that you're joining. We hope that in caring equitably for your patients, you'll also find deeper meaning for yourselves. We're so proud and grateful to be able to celebrate with you today. I just met with all of you as your instructor for the second-year clinical course, and I'm excited to see you start on your journey to become competent and compassionate clinicians. You're going to be nervous, it's going to be okay, and you will start to learn how to care for others before yourselves. The next time we all get dressed up to come together on a stage will be at graduation, and it's going to fly. So enjoy the road and soak up as much experience as you can. And enjoy the moment. You're beginning something meaningful. And to the people here with you today, thank you for sharing your loved one with us. Together, we're building the next generation of compassionate and ethical clinicians. Welcome to Optometry, NECO proud.
Thank you, Dr. Moy and Dr. Bossi. I would now like to introduce Dr. Eric Weisberg, Vice President and Dean of Academic Affairs.
Good morning, everyone. On a day meant to acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, I invariably always find myself kind of looking back and reflecting on my days in optometry school. And certainly, with the benefit of hindsight, I think about the lessons I learned on what it takes to be an impactful doctor, and of course, remembering who taught me those lessons. And obviously, it was the faculty. And certainly, they deliver the knowledge and the skills that you need to provide outstanding patient care. But they also taught me the more intangible, the attitude, the approach, the swagger, the emotions, and the end may be as important, if not more important, when it comes to serving your patients. So I just want to start by saying thank you to the faculty, those that are here today, those that have already added to your knowledge, and certainly those that are yet to come. So some of you may remember, but during first year orientation, I give a little talk on what it takes to be successful at NECO. And I talk about how much you're going to change during the course of your first year, how your head is going to swell with knowledge, and how you're actually going to learn a new language and develop a new voice. All right, that voice that you use when you step into the role of clinician and deliver clinical care. And at that point, I sort of said I'll circle back and tell you why I think you developed that different voice. And at that point, you probably had not even started to have that voice. But if you think about it now, you may already be noticing that it's starting to develop. So I think that the different voice is really the result of the different person that we've become, the different versions of ourselves, right, when we step into that role of clinician. Right? As the doctor, compared to non-clinician self, you're wiser. You have all this knowledge, that the person that you're trying to help doesn't. You're more thoughtful because you're making decisions about somebody else's well-being, which carries a lot more weight than you make decisions for yourself about your own well-being. You're more patient because you understand that the person you're talking to may be nervous, right? And you take that time to consider that. You're a better listener, right? Because you know that the most valuable information is not going to be gained through the clinical tests you do or the words that you say, but rather the words that the patient is going to offer to you. You're more selfless, right? You're more altruistic. You know that you're here for them. And sometimes that might get in the way of your plan for the day, right? Clinician or non-clinician you has needs, but clinician you takes those needs, puts them off to the side, and always prioritize what the patient actually needs. So this voice, this different way of speaking when we see patients, is really the outward persona of clinician you. It gives the patient confidence, it puts them at ease, it masks what non-clinician you might actually be feeling on that particular day, or what you might be dealing with in your own personal life, and reminds you of the responsibility that you're assuming in this doctor-patient relationship. You hear this countless times, right? It's all about the patient, it's all about the patient. People said it today. But there is a point where it actually becomes real. You hear these words all the time, right? And maybe it means something to us and maybe it doesn't. But I promise you there will be a point where you have an experience and it actually becomes real. So if I can divulge a little bit and share the story of when this became real for me. So we'll take you back. It was the late 1900s, right? Turn of the century, 1993. I was in my second year of optometry school. I was about 22 years old. It helps to kind of paint the picture here. I was not yet gray, right? I had red hair at that point, or as my mother would like to remind people, strawberry blonde. Despite my spectacular mullet and 2 hoop earrings, because it was the 90s, right, I still looked like I was about 15 years old. And I was wearing my amazingly crisp white coat, right, newly given. It was my first patient encounter, and I was seriously nervous. Right? It was a 24-year-old male. They were a hockey goalie. They came in because they had blurry vision. Talked about rubbing their eyes a lot. At first, all went well, right? Until I got to the refraction. And things just were not going well, right? 1 was 2, 2 was 1. It made no difference. It was like this needle in my eye every time the patient would say it. And I could just not get them to see 20/20. So I spent, a good 35 minutes spinning the dials, right? Increasingly becoming clammy, sweating, panicking. How could I not get this patient to see 20/20? What was I doing wrong? Eventually, in full defeat, I gave up. Went to see the preceptor, and in about 1 second, right, she bestowed knowledge upon me, right? It took her no time. It's keratoconus. All right, let's do topography, let's confirm. Great. So she mostly took over at that point, right? I went in, finished the exam, talked to the patient, explained things. And, I was sort of sitting in the back of the room, disappointed, somewhat embarrassed, right? Patient leaves, so I go see the preceptor, apologize, make some excuses for myself, right? Think about what I did wrong, think about what I could do better. And it took about 1 second for the preceptor to bestow wisdom upon me. She said, stop thinking about yourself. Think about the patient, right? Think about what this person just found out. Think about what they're thinking right now. Think about what they're going to do when they go home with a scary word for a diagnosis and an uncertain visual future. Think about them telling their significant other, right? Their kids perhaps overhearing, right? It's not about you. So I was a little embarrassed before, and now I was really embarrassed. Right? There I was worrying about me instead of this 24-year-old male who basically just had his life entirely changed. So where I was consumed on how the patient encounter reflected upon me, my preceptor, she understood what was really important, which was how it actually impacted them. Sure, recognizing keratoconus will make me a better doctor, but thinking about the impact on the person will enable me to provide better care. So honestly, I am not sure what my doctor voice sounded like that day, but I think we all probably know it was pretty high and squeaky. So, although we come together as a community to celebrate your accomplishments, as we all know, right? All of this is, in the end, is not about you. It's about the patients, and it's about the people that you're going to help. So instead of saying congratulations, right, let me actually say thank you. Thanks for putting in all the hard work so you can get to this point, so you can help people, because it's noble, it's important, and if it's done right, it's entirely selfless. All right, so we're going to move on to the good part and get the white coats that we've been alluding to this entire time. So your classes have selected specific faculty to participate in the ceremony today. So at this time, to present your white coats, I'd like to invite to the left side of the stage Dr. Jen Riley and Dr. George Asamelis. And also to present the clinical privileging letters, I'd like to invite President Purcell, Dr. Amy Moy, and Dr. Tim Bossi to the right side of the stage. So it's my privilege to now recognize your classes and their achievements so far. Students, colleagues, as I call your name, please come forward to receive your white coat and letter. Young Hu. Ziva Sachdeva. Yayu Chen. Samrath Hans. Chetna Jain. Cesar Felipe Para Carador. Musa Aboud. Sonia Ahuja. Carla Alvarado. Gloria Aronova. Siret Banwait. Lindsay Bollier. Jacob Max Brenner. Carolyn Ann Bucacci.
Help you? Perfect.
Autumn Byfield. Angel Lynn Bizdula. Bianca Sabrina Caleri. Joseph Carew. Carmen Kaur Chuckle. Lipi Chapani. Sonakshi Nalani Chowdhury. Crystal Chen. Olivia Chinsen. Jimmy Choi. Isla Cordy.
Looks good on you, my friend. It looks good on you. We're going to take a picture. We'll just fix that. Perfect. Good right here.
Haley Hasit Dani. Andy Dow. Graziella Pasqualina Demicchino. Fanola Didi. Selena Delahunty. Irene Din. Min Tree Duan. Devora Megan Dolman. Emma Dyer. Veronica Ada Falcucci. Kate Famiglietti. Leah Farr. Ryan Fight.
One of the best.
Isabella Foster. Emily Ann Franklin.
Congratulations to you, looking good. It suits you very well. We're gonna get a picture.
Nicholas Fung. Verena Gabriel. Kendra Gadsby. Alexa Garcia.
Congratulations to you. Well done. Looking good.
Isha Gill. Michael Grubin. Retta Hatton. Corinne Janish. Camille Jenkins. Samantha Kang. Claire Kim. Joshua Kim. Grace Kittner. Isabella Klein. Sruthi Kopel. Rihanna Kurji. Aubrey Lane. Natalie Lessick. Hirsch Limbachia.
Congratulations to you. See that big smile?
Michaela Christina Lumanis. Zoe Liu.
Congratulations so far. I saw that earlier. He's 15. He's so proud of him.
Maria Lucidis.
Smile for me. I didn't see you smile.
Annalise Lubis.
Congratulations. Very happy for you. Jacket looks perfect. Maybe not so perfect for her. Jacket was perfect.
Andrew Magalhaes.
Congratulations. You always have that big smile. That's perfect. Yeah.
What is that? Next time.
Sophia Marquez.
Well done, my friend. Good job. Fix that jacket just a little. Yeah, perfect.
Perfect, I appreciate it.
Patricia Marshall.
Congratulations. Very happy for you. Good job. Help you with your hair. Better? Okay. Very nice.
Hallie Ann Massey.
Congratulations. Love seeing that big smile. Good job. We're gonna take one more picture.
Jillian McDonald.
Congratulations. Very happy for you. Jacket looks perfect. Let's do that.
Andy McGee.
Congratulations to you. We're gonna take one more picture. Just keep that. There you go.
Juliana Faith Miller.
Looking good. The jacket looks perfect. Stay right there. We're gonna take one more picture. Great job.
Christina Mitru.
Congratulations. Very happy for your jacket. Looks very perfect.
Hetugna Modi.
Congratulations. Got the right colors on the right for you today. Let's get you back to this. There you go.
Madison Nagata.
I like the tie though. Nicely done, sir. Congratulations.
Anika Nagpal.
Congratulations. That big smile. I love it. Let me take a look. Well done.
Kaylin Nakano. Cindy Nguyen. Julia Wynn. Claudia Nixa. Evelyn Ochoa. Emily Marie Paris. Ishani Patel. Margie Patel. Julia Peterson. Pamela Peng. Matthew Pollard. Caitlin Fralo. Daphne Quinn. Paige Quigley. Asma Rashid. Serena Rawl. Priya Rinker.
Can't help but smile when I look at you with that big smile.
Sophia Rodriguez. Advika Selvaraj. Christina Servizio. Jenna Seymour. Janam Shah. Kripa Shakia. Rinchen Swang Sherpa. Brian Shin. Mackenzie Simmons. Tamara Snogren. Leanne Snuffer. George Solomon. Angela Steckler. Janika Stokling. Chloe Strazazic. Yagu Soon. Helen Sun. Manway Situ. Alyssa Tallman. Laura Teska.
You know who that person was yelling at me? No idea who that was. But she said, "It's just Good job.
David Trestaru.
Congratulations. Proud of you. I see how hard you're working. Good job. And you know we're always here to support you however we can. Keep up the good work.
Kayla Tran.
Decided to go with it on your head, huh? Good job. Looking good.
Mylin Trujillo.
Congratulations, my dear. Very happy for you.
Dawn Chung.
Congratulations, dear.
Tristan Urim.
Congratulations. Good job. Let's take a look.
Somitha Vijayakumar.
Thought our ties were the same for a minute. Congratulations, man. Very happy for you. We're gonna take one more.
Kwa Min Vu.
Congratulations. You have the perfect colors on for the day. Well done. We're gonna take a
Kayla Vu.
Congratulations, my friend. We're gonna take one more picture.
Hannah Walworth.
Congratulations. Very happy for you. We'll just put you back with me. All right, we're gonna shake hands again.
Brett Thomas Williams. Samantha Winters. Kate Wilansky.
Congratulations. Jacket looks perfect.
Jeffrey Waigwen Wong.
Congratulations. Suits you well. You're sure.
Terena Woodley.
Good job. Well done.
Lauren Woodward. Lara Wijak. Emily Zong.
Congratulations to you. That looks good. We're going to take one more picture, okay? Ready?
So congratulations, NECO students. Dr. Purcell?
I have to say, in all deference to the fathers in the room, I feel like a proud papa today. I really do. Wow. You guys look amazing. You know, the swagger that Dr. Weisberg talked about it. I saw it walking that side of the stage with the white coats on. Good job. You should feel incredibly proud of the accomplishments so far and a lot ahead of you, but you've made it through that big first hurdle and you look great in your white coats. Congratulations on earning your white coat and clinical privilege. Wear your white coats with pride and compassion. Never lose sight of why you do what you do. We're all extremely proud of you. This is why we all do what we do. Remember what the great Martin Luther King Jr. said, intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Congratulations, make the most of the opportunity that each of you have earned.
All right, congratulations again. The students will now recess out of the auditorium. We're going to do a group photo. If everyone else can please remain in their seats until they've all exited, and then you'll proceed out to the reception area. The students will join you after their photo is taken. Thank you all again so much for being here. Wonderful day, congratulations. Students, you can rise and staff will bring you back.
Well done, sir. Gotta give you a hug. Great, thank you, George. Well done. Funny and serious at the same time. You got the bridge, the serious.
Nothing was funny. Nothing was funny. All was actually funny. All was it was. I made them in the middle.
Some of it was humorous.